Hello everyone, Chris Smith here. Make sure you tune in to Boxing Bros UK.
It's showtime!
Hello everybody, this is Boxing Bros UK. I am the boss Chris. It's my co-host Andrew, the Boxing Brain. Topic of the day is, as you can see behind me, Anthony Yarde, David Benavidez. They're going to war.
Love it.
Set for November. Ryder season. This is in the boxing news. Ryder season. David Benavidez is facing the dangerous gatekeeper challenger. This is what it says. Fans are disappointed with the news of Turkey using Yarde as an opponent for the Mexican monster. Benavidez' next fight, as they were hoping that he would face WBO interim champion Callum Smith. Yarde has been labelled a meh pick by fans who see a flawed fighter who falls when stepped up against quality opposition. Fair enough. He's out of place fighting for a world title, debatable, against a talent like Benavidez. When he fought Kovalev, he got knocked out, first title defense. When he second title challenge against Beterbiev, got knocked out again.
Good fight.
So, firstly, for me, like to say Anthony Yarde is a gatekeeper is a bit fucking harsh. For fuck's sake, come on.
Very harsh.
He's only lost 3 fights. 2 were against the best in the division. Well, not at the time, but 2 were against one was against Kovalev, who was a world champion, and he nearly won. And the second one was against Beterbiev, who's a generational great Hall of Famer.
And a good performance in that fight,
and he gave a good account of himself. He hasn't fought the best fighters because he goes from fighting someone really shit to Kovalev, fighting someone people really shit to Beterbiev. So he's never really had a consistency of trying to fight a high level of opposition unless it's been for a world title. But you can't say he's a gatekeeper, not yet. That is just not fair, unjust. And maybe it's the American fans because that are disappointed. What do you think of the fight first? Because I was going to go on a rant on the fight.
Yeah, I think, we've spoke about Anthony Yarde a lot, haven't we? The Tunde thing, that's a totally different video. We spoke about that before. Maybe we'll speak about it again. His career's flattered to deceive. He's been mismanaged. He's a real talent. He was a real talent. He's still a talent. He's had activity problems. I've always said it for Yarde, and I've always been a fan, Chris, as you know. He looks good looking guy, speaks well, strong, decent fighter, a very good fighter, actually. I think I'm kind of a little bit torn with this. I think, again, he's kind of, there's been opportunities, the Buatsi fight, the Callum Smith fight, I would have much preferred him in. I think it's a good fight. I like the fight. I think Benavidez wins. I think his output will be too much. I think his tank's better. I can't see Yarde winning. I mean, I don't think it's a sort of 80-20, but I think it's a sort of 60-40 Benavidez, 70-30 maybe. Yeah. I think the problem with the fight is that when and if Yarde loses, where does he really go from there?
Depends.
Is it a cash out? Are they cash? Is old Frank Warren, is old Fish Eyes cashing him out here? Could I speculate? Or
no,
what's going on?
For me, I got a different view. So because everyone's acting like, this is like Yarde's not on Benavidez level. Let's not forget, what does Benavidez always do every fight towards the later rounds? He just walks forward in a straight line with his hands up and lets his hands go. And he gets hit a lot. But if he does that against Yarde, there's going to be problems because Yarde will hit him on his arms and he hits fucking hard and he's got heavy hands. He's not going to be able to do that against Yarde. And if he does, I think this is the best chance Yarde has got of winning a world title. He's got he's got more experience now. He knows how to pace himself better. And Benavidez gets hit a lot. He's not fucking great. He's just a wrecking machine. He's relentless, but he gets hit a lot. And who's Benavidez been in with that hits like Yarde? Name me one person. None.
I'm trying to think, he's obviously he's been in there against Caleb Plant's not a big puncher at super middleweight. David Morrell, the last fight. David Morrell had some
super middleweight. He's not been in with a puncher. He's never been in with a puncher.
No, I'm trying to think actually. Not really, to be honest. I guess the thing is with this fight, and I'm sure we'll probably do a preview, is that if Yarde can use his experience, can navigate the early rounds, be a bit economical with his punches, not let his hands go and gas himself out too early, because Benavidez is a high output pressure fighter, like you say, comes on strong late on. Like you say, if Benavidez comes on strong late on, Yarde will have to have plenty left, won't he? That's the thing. I'm still not sure about his gas tank. That's always been my concern with him.
But I think that I think he might be able to keep Benavidez honest. I really do.
Yeah.
Benavidez does that sloppy fucking walk forward, and Yarde just dips one off the line, hits him to the body with them heavy. I really think if Anthony Yarde wins this fight, I might pick him. I'll see how he looks and how Benavidez looks. I could pick him to win. I really don't think it's as cutthroat Benavidez as everyone else thinks. I think Yarde's he's never faced a puncher like him. Benavidez is very, very sloppy at times, especially when he gets tired and he just abandons everything. He likes to trade on the inside a lot. I don't think his power's as powerful up at light heavyweight like it was at super middleweight. As we've seen in the Morrell fight, it wasn't the best performance against Morrell, really. And obviously, I know Morrell's a better boxer than Yarde and he's got faster hands, but Yarde is better fighting on the inside. He hits harder. He's got his own strengths. So I think Yarde, might be able to knock him out early. Do you think
Benavidez,
like in about 8 rounds? I think Yarde can knock him out in 8 rounds.
Do you think Benavidez's team is maybe underestimating him? Could this be a cherry pick that goes wrong? I mean, look, I see a Benavidez win. I don't think it's as conclusive as what people think it is.
Yeah,
but I see a Benavidez win on points.
Yeah.
Probably unanimous decision, but I think it'll be competitive.
Yeah.
For as long as it lasts. If it goes to this, I think it'll be competitive. But is this a cherry pick? Is this a potential banana skin?
I wouldn't say a cherry pick because I have some breaking news.
Oh,
yeah, I got it from Boxing News, and I think Eddie Hearn said it to some reporter, some interview. But anyway, the reason why we didn't get the Callum Smith fight is because after Callum Smith beat Buatsi, he's now mandatory for the winner of Bivol Beterbiev. So he said, yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to fight Benavidez. I'm going to wait and fight the winner of that. That's what he said. He said, I want to try and win 3 belts rather than just 1.
Yeah.
So that's his argument. So he's not going to take a risky fight for no reason. So that was the reasoning why we're not getting that. So Benavidez, his only choice was, who does he take now at light heavyweight? Who's going to be a good fight? Anthony Yarde. Who else is there? There's not really anybody else, if you think about it, who's going to give him a good challenge.
I don't think coming off a loss, I don't think that would obviously happen, you know. And do you know what? I actually don't mind the fight. When I sort of heard this, I quite like it. I think Yarde's, you know, it'll be. And the thing is with Yarde, he'll be confident going into that. He'll back himself because we've seen with Beterbiev and Kovalev, who are arguably in their prime, were better than Benavidez. I think Benavidez we still don't really know at light heavyweight because his first fight at light heavyweight and his second one against David Morrell weren't great.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm saying.
And David Morrell came up from super middleweight as well, you know, and he had one first fight at light heavyweight before Benavidez and didn't look great in that fight either. So we don't really know. We don't know much about Benavidez at light heavyweight yet because he was a weight bully at 168, weren't he, Chris? He really was.
Exactly.
So can he get away with doing that at 175?
I'm telling you now,
I don't know.
If he tries to do what he normally does, walking people down, just walking in a straight line forward with his hands up against Yarde has got a good chance that he will knock him out. I'm telling you now. Because that's just
Yarde's a proper light heavyweight, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's a big light heavyweight.
See, look at not his last fight against Lyndon Arthur, but the one before that, or even against Lyndon Arthur.
Oh, Vilkans.
No, Vilkaz, because Vilkaz was trading with him, and then Yarde was just like, yeah, all right, let's swing it out. But that Vilkan was like showing good footwork and moving around, but he was trading with him at times. But Benavidez, he hasn't got quick feet. He doesn't move like that. So if he walks him down and just thinks that he can just outwork him, I just don't think he's going to be able to do that. And if he does that, he's going to be sorry. He's going to have to use angles, quicken his feet. He's not going to be able to do what he normally does because, like you say, Yarde's a proper light heavyweight.
Proper. I'll be interested to see people, any comments that come in, whether people. I've got a feeling, and please, tell me I'm wrong. TikTok, all you people on TikTok out there like to chime in with a few comments. Like, let us know if you think this is a whitewash for Benavidez, I've got a feeling people in the comments are going to be all over. They're going to be gassing Benavidez up, mate.
I'm telling
you now.
You Mexicans, Americans, watch this space. Anthony Yarde is going to do some damage. Even if he loses, it's not going to be no fucking meh. Like
I mean, I'm not so
everyone's
sure.
fucking complaining about. Telling you,
I'm not so sure, but yeah, Chris, you feel strongly about it and fair play. I'm not so sure. I'd like it to happen. I'd love it to happen. I've got a couple of question marks. The ability's never been in question. The heavy hands have never been in question.
It's the gas tank.
Athleticism's never been in question. All right, he's getting on a little bit now. He is starting to age. It looks like he might be slightly on the decline. None of that, any of that has been in question. What's been in question is the persistence in staying with his trainer Tunde, some of the game plans, some of the kind of strategies. That's been the question marks, and his gas tank. Those are the question marks that I'm still not sure about. But there we are. That's my kind of thoughts on it.
All right. Well, anything else? Let us know. Please like and subscribe.
Comment.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Share the video. Peace.
Like, it will help us. We're a new channel, small channel, so help us out. We appreciate it.